Okay, hello, welcome to our first workout. This workout is an upper body focused strength workout, but I will include a lot of moves that will get our heart rate going because it's important to elevate your heart rate and do strength training at the same time. Make sure that you have your dumbbells, maybe a water bottle, and that you're next to a chair or a table that you can put your dumbbells and your water bottle on so that you don't have to get up and down, because we will be putting the dumbbells down in between some exercises. I don't play music in my classes, so what I suggest is that you play your favorite music from your phone and then play the video on your iPad, and then that way you can just play the music on the phone in the background and watch the video on the iPad. Remember, you can pause, start, and stop at any time. If you need a break or you want to see something over, you can press pause, you can rewind it, go back. After you've done the video a few times, I'm sure you'll have the hang of it, know all the exercises, and you won't need to start or stop the video. So we're going to begin with a warm-up, which is actually probably the most important part of the workout. It raises our internal body temperature, it gets all of our muscles and joints ready to do the work, and it keeps us safe. And safety is the most important thing here. So if something doesn't feel right to you because it feels painful, then you need to change it, and I will offer some modifications. If something's just difficult, you kind of have to work through that, but at no point do I ever want you to do anything that feels painful or just doesn't feel safe to you. We're going to be working in 30-second time blocks, and we will be repeating each of the exercises 3 times, except for the warm-up. We're only going to do each exercise once. I'm going to go ahead and get my timer started. You'll hear it ring. We'll have 10 seconds to get ready to work, and then once it rings again, that's when our 30 seconds of work will begin, but I'll always cue that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the timer, and then we're going to get started with our warm-up. Give yourself a pat on the back because you've already done the hardest part you've gotten here. Our first move in our warm-up is just going to be a simple march in place. So when you hear the timer, we'll start marching in place. So just 1 foot at a time. Keep those elbows close to your side. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. I've got my low belly pulled in, my tailbone slightly tucked, and a nice bend in my knees. My elbows are hugging in tight to my side, just beginning to warm up my hips, my knees, my core, my shoulders, and my elbows, all big joints that we're going to be using. If you want to, you can start to take bigger marches. So we have 10 seconds, and then we're going to add on here, we're going to start doing some shoulder rolls when you hear the bell. So we're going to draw those shoulders up towards your ears, forward and down a couple of times. Remember to keep your chest nice and lifted, like there's a string pulling you up to the ceiling, and then just rolling those shoulders. And now we're going to switch directions. So shoulders up to the ears, shoulders back and down into their sockets, like you're squeezing an imaginary pencil between those shoulder blades. So continuing the march and then rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. So our next warm-up move that we'll start at the bell is going to be a side-to-side step and a push. So just like we were squeezing that imaginary pencil between our shoulder blades in that last move, even as you push your palms forward, I want you to think about squeezing those shoulder blades back together. So continuing those side-to-side steps, bringing 1 foot to the next, and if you're ready, you can move it a little bit faster. So we're going to continue with the side-to-side step, and this time instead of the push, we're just going to lift our arms out to the side. So again, my shoulders are down and back so that my shoulder blades are squeezing together as I lift my arms out to the side. And you can do this as fast or as slow as you need. I hope you can't hear the dog chewing in the background. Okay, bring your feet about hip width distance apart, a little bit of bend in your knees, and we're going to do a pivot and reach. Pivot on those back toes and reach across. Pivot and reach. Pivot and reach. So the movement is coming from my core. These muscles, these obliques that run along my side body are nice and tight, keeping my low back safe. So I'm pivoting and turning, almost like you're opening a door. So we're going to continue with the pivot motion in our lower body, and we're going to reach up, reach up. If the overhead reach doesn't feel right to you, you can continue with the forward reach. But if it does, we're going to pivot and reach. Pivot and reach. Again, squeezing the shoulder blades together, even as the arm comes up. Pivot and reach. Pivot and reach. All right, next we're going to do a hamstring pull. So we're just kicking the heel up towards your butt. And you can pull your arms back as you kick your heel up towards your butt. Remember, low abs are nice and tight, keeping that back safe. Just taking nice, deep breaths, inhales and exhales. Warming up the backs of our legs and our quads, the big muscles in our legs. Now we're going to come back to that march, and as we do it, we're going to imagine that we're doing a bicep curl. So my tailbone is slightly tucked under, my low belly is pulled back towards my spine, shoulders down and back in their sockets. Chest is proud, like there's a string, lifting your chest up to the sky and squeezing those biceps as you curl your palms up towards your shoulders. Okay, one more move in our warm-up. It's a hinge, so you're gonna stick your butt back. You're gonna bring your palms up to your shoulders, and then we're gonna kick back, engaging our triceps, which are the muscles in the back of our upper arms. So pressing your pinkies up towards the ceiling and keeping your elbows up in line with your shoulders. If it's too much to be hinged that far at the hips, you can stand up a little bit taller. So your gaze is going to be out in front of you, and squeeze your triceps at the top of the move. Really firing up those muscles in the back of the upper arms. And then check in with your belly, pull the belly muscles in, back, and up. Okay, so we're going to start with our first circuit. I'm going to get this timer ready because I feel like it might not be the way it was supposed to be. Okay, so this is the start of our circuit workout. We're going to have 3 exercises in this first circuit. You're going to need your dumbbells for the first 2 exercises. And then for the third exercise, we're going to put the dumbbells down and we'll be moving a little bit to get our heart rate up. And we're going to repeat that for a total of 3 times. Same thing, we're going to be working for 30 seconds, 10 seconds break. So I'm going to start the timer now. You're going to hear a ding. We're not going to start on the first ding. We're going to start on the second ding. Go ahead and pick up your dumbbells. Your palms face forward, shoulders down back in their sockets, and elbows pinned into your side. You're going to do bicep curls where you lift your palms, up to your shoulders, and then release all the way down, palms facing forward. We're gonna do 2 full-length bicep curls, and then we're gonna come halfway up, halfway down, halfway up, halfway down, and then we're gonna do 2 full moves. Palms all the way up, palms all the way down. With control, now we're back to the 2 halfway moves. Halfway up. Okay, on to the next move, which is an upright row. So your palms are facing your thighs, shoulders down and back into their sockets. And we're gonna lift our elbows as we lift the dumbbells up towards your chest. So the movement starts with the elbows. It's like you're flashing somebody, like you're lifting your shirt. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you come down. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. So keep those shoulders squeezing that imaginary pencil, shoulder blades rather. Chest stays nice and tall and proud. And now we're gonna come back to a side-to-side step, and we're just gonna move our palms to cross each other one at a time. And you can go as fast or as slow as you need to here. I'll turn to the side so you can see. So as I step one direction, right palm is on top. As I step to the other direction, the left palm is on top. Slight bend in my knees, so this is just getting my heart rate going a little bit faster. And then we're gonna go back to the bicep curl. So grab your weights again, palms facing forward, shoulders down and back into their sockets, elbows into your side, and then palms to shoulders, palms back down by your side. Inhale as the arms come down. Exhale as they come up to really engage your core. And then we're gonna come halfway up, slow lower down, keep that control, halfway up, slowly lower down, and now we're back to our full range. So palm to shoulder, back down by your side, palm to shoulder, back down by your side, okay? 10 seconds, and we come back to the upright row. So palms facing your hips, pull the belly button in, and then starting with your elbows, you're gonna lift those weights up to about chin height, but be careful not to hit your chin. So remember, it's kind of like you're lifting up your shirt here. Inhale as the weights come down, and exhale as they come up, which engages your core. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Okay, we're gonna put the weights down, and we're back to that side-to-side step where we're gonna cross our one palm on top of the other. So step to the side, and then pull those shoulders back in towards one another. Hopefully you've got some good music going, keeping you motivated through this workout. And remember, I'm switching the palm that crosses on top each time. Okay, now we're back to the third and final time through our circuit. Bicep curls are first, so we're gonna do 2 full range and 2 half. So exhale as you lift the weights, and inhale as you slowly control and release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, slowly control. Now halfway, half range of motion. So 90-degree bend in the elbows and down, 90 degrees and lower. Now we're back to the full range of motion. Exhale as you bring the palms up and bring them back down. Okay, on to the third and final upright row. So again, I have a little bend in my knees. My tailbone is tucked under. Exhale as you draw those elbows up, and inhale as you slowly lower. Exhale, as you make that noise, you notice that your core engages even more deeply. So every exercise is a core move as well as an upper body or a lower body move. Always bracing that core to keep your low back nice and safe. Okay, put the weights down. Last time here with that side step, crossing the arms over. So, side step, right hand on top, squeeze the shoulder blades, then left hand on top the next time through. And again, if you want to go a little faster, you can start to move a little faster. If you don't want to, you just continue moving side to side. But noticing your heart rate's going up a little bit when you do this move, which is good for our heart health, and it also helps us to build lean muscle when we're doing the strength part of the workout. Okay, so now we have our second circuit, and we're gonna start with bicep curls again. We're gonna do 2 full range of motion bicep curls at the timer. And then we're gonna, instead of going all the way down, we're just gonna go halfway down this time on the 2 moves. So, all the way up, exhale, inhale as you lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. This time we come halfway up, come all the way up, halfway down, exhale, lift, and then all the way back to those full range of motion bicep curls. So that was 2 full range. Bend your elbows to that 90 degrees. Bring the palms to the shoulders, back to 90, palms to shoulders. That was 2. So now we're going to go back to the full range of motion. Okay, our next move is a bent over row. I want you to stick your butt out, and we're going to bring the weights down so that they're facing each other, and then you squeeze your elbows as you lift. Well, actually, you're squeezing your shoulder blades to lift your elbows. So you're looking out in front of you at an angle. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And any of these exercises can be done without the dumbbells if it feels like it's too much. All right, so our move without the dumbbells this round is a punch. So you're gonna come into that ready stance, knees sort of bent, elbows into your side, palms just gonna punch. I'll come to this direction so you can see me. Your core is nice and engaged. Inhale as you come through center, and exhale as you punch to keep that core engaged. All right, now back to the top. So it's the full range of motion bicep curl, and then from the halfway point to the top. So we're gonna do 2 full range, completely up, completely down, completely up, completely down. Now 2 halfway, so 90-degree angle to the top, hold the 90-degree angle, squeeze the elbows into your side, all the way up to the top, and now back to 2 full range. Exhaling as you bring the palms up, inhaling as you slowly lower the weights down. Back to those bent over rows. Bend in the knees, stick your butt back, look down and in front of you. Exhale, shh, as you bring the elbows up. Inhale as you slowly lower the weights down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the elbows. Inhale, lower, palms face each other the whole time. Keeping the core engaged, pulling the belly button back towards the spine like someone was going to give you a little love pat there on your tummy. Okay, punches. So again, ready position. Slight bend in the knees. Exhale, punch. Inhale as you come through center. So pulling the elbows into your side, just punching the arms. This gets the heart rate elevated. Just kind of pulling those elbows back, keeping the core engaged. All right, last time with those bicep curls. So we're gonna go full range of motion, halfway again. So all the way up, all the way down. Elbows pinned into the side, all the way up, all the way down. And you can go faster than me if you feel like you wanna go faster than this. So starting at the halfway point, up to the shoulders, back to 90 degrees, up to the shoulders, back to 90 degrees, and then back to that full range of motion. Okay, third time with those bent over rows. Again, slight bend in the knees. Push your butt back like you have groceries in your hands and you're trying to close the car door with your butt. Looking, oops, that was a tricep kickback, we're doing rows. Pulling the elbows up, squeezing the shoulder blades. Make sure that your shoulders aren't coming up towards your ears like earrings. You want to drop your shoulders down like we did in that warm-up move where they go down, back, and into their sockets. Exhaling as you bend and pull the elbows up. Inhaling as you slowly lower the weights. Okay, on to our third and final round of punches. So again, that athletic stand, ready in the knees. Shoulders down and back. Keep those elbows hugged in. Snap the fists out and pull them back. So, my belly button is pulled back. I've got my pelvic floor engaged. Like, try and hold in P. That's how you keep your core engaged. Like someone was gonna come up and give you a little punch in your tummy right now. Shh, 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 shh. Exhaling as you punch, inhaling as you come back through center. All right, and that was our second circuit. We have one more circuit. Good time to pause if you need to take a drink, if you need to catch your breath. We have 3 remaining exercises in this last circuit. We're gonna need our dumbbells for the first move, and it's a tricep kickback. So we're gonna start, again, butt back, core engaged, elbows lifted. We did this move in our warm-up without any weights. So if you feel like it's better for you to do this move, oops, sorry, I started 10 seconds early, we get a bonus. Without the weights, you can put the weights down. Keep your elbows at shoulder height and press your pinky fingers up. Exhaling as you press, inhaling as you bring them back, and keeping it nice and controlled the entire time. We don't want to just let our arms flop back down. Okay, next move is a bent arm lateral raise. So you're gonna grab those dumbbells. You're gonna bend your elbows 90 degrees, and you're gonna keep them pinned into your side, and then you're gonna lift them up to shoulder height. Pinned into your side, lift to shoulder height. And I'm squeezing that imaginary pencil, I sound like a broken record, between my shoulder blades the entire time. Exhale, lift, keep that core engaged. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Okay, so now we're gonna hold the dumbbells for our cardio move, and I'm holding them at that same 90-degree angle so that my biceps are engaged, and I'm just gonna march 1 foot at a time. Your march can be small, or it can be higher depending on what your balance is like. And your balance could change each time you do this workout. So maybe one day your march is small and fast, and maybe one day you're feeling a little bit more balanced and your march is knees coming up higher. But you do what feels right for you. So those are our last 3 exercises. So again, for that tricep kickback, push your butt back, Bring your palms to your shoulders and keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. If being bent over is too much, you can try this standing up straight and tall, but it's really better for your core if you can do it. Remember, push those pinkies up to the ceiling. Okay, second move is that bent arm lateral raise. So shoulders down and back into their sockets, elbows bent 90 degrees, palms are facing each other, and you're gonna lift your elbows up to shoulder height, and then with control, bring them back down. Lift them up to shoulder height, and bring them back down. So you should be looking in front of you. I keep looking at the camera, I'm checking on my form. So my knees are slightly bent, and again, my tailbone is sort of scooped under. Draw your pelvic floor in and up, like you're trying not to pee. Okay, so last move is that bicep hold march. So elbows bent 90 degrees, hugged into your body, and then we're marching. Either small and really fast, or a bigger movement that kind of tends to slow you down, but it still elevates the heart rate just because we're moving the legs so high, the knees. So if your shoulders start to creep up towards your ears, like earrings, drop them down and back into their socket and see if you can move those feet just a little bit faster. March, 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 march. Okay, we have one more time through those 3 exercises, and then our workout is done. Time flies when you're having fun. So with or without your dumbbells, push your butt back. Keep your elbows in line with your shoulders and push your pinkies up towards the sky. Exhale as you press. Inhale as you release. And notice as you exhale, your core engages. All right, last time here with this bent arm lateral raise. Elbows 90 degrees, hugged into your side, palms facing each other. Slowly lift the elbows up to shoulder height, and then slowly come back to start. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All right, final move. Bring those dumbbells to, well, we're going to start in the same place. Elbows bent 90 degrees, shoulders down, back and in their sockets, and we're gonna march. Squeeze your butt, put your mind in your muscle, squeeze your biceps, hug your elbows into your side. Let's go. This is our last 15 seconds here. You can march a little bit faster. March, 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 march. And then maybe next time you march a little bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that ends our first workout. So we're gonna do a little bit of a cool down together, and we're just gonna start with some arm swings here, where we're opening and closing, opening and closing. So opening up those chest muscles, slowing down your breath. You can do a step side to side here as we do this. And then we're going to come to center, and you're going to take your right arm across your body, drop your shoulder down into your socket, reach your fingers over towards the left. So this is going to look like your left because I'm facing you. Just make sure that when we switch, you do the other arm. Stay even. One more breath in, exhale, and then we'll switch. So the shoulder is down and my arm isn't up towards my chin, and then just reach across. Taking some nice, slow, deep breaths. Hopefully you worked up a little bit of a sweat. You feel your muscles, they feel like they worked. And then release that. And then we're just going to do some circles forward. And then after about 4, we'll stop. Do some circles backwards. And then one last stretch. We're just going to interlace our hands behind our back. So draw your tailbone down, draw your shoulders down and back into their sockets. And open up your chest. Hold this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give yourself a pat on the back. You did it. And this is a workout that you can do a couple times a week. I wouldn't do it 2 days in a row. Maybe do this workout one day and then the lower body workout the next day. And then make sure that you're walking and continuing with all of your activity. And then you'll notice after a little while, this is going to become too easy and you'll need a harder workout. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.